celebrate the rich heritage of Detroit. Detroit was founded by immigrants in 1701. Cadillac landed at the Detroit River, and Detroit has grown to be a prosperous metropolitan community of over 5 million people today.
You'll see how we started not building cars, but by trapping furs, building stoves, building trains, building big ships, and really being the center for our manufacturing as it evolved through the century.
We like that about ourselves. We consider ourselves to be of that ilk. It's multi-ethnic, multiracial, resourceful. Everybody knows about the Big Three. The Big Three is what, of course, Detroit is all about and has been for a long, long time. And it has an ambience of the industrial complex. I mean, this really is where manufacturing in this country really grew.
Enormous amount of talent in Detroit. I don't know what accounts for that, but it's not a surprise that Motown started here, and so many great musicians and artists come from here.
Are very beautiful dancers in Detroit.
Talk about a great Detroit and not talk about one of the greatest things about Detroit, and that's the sports world. Our Detroit sports legacy is one of the best of any city in the country.
Eastern Market is the largest public market district in the United States and one of the oldest, longest continuously operating public markets as well.
I love Detroit because Detroiters have a thirst for knowledge and truth. And Detroit is a wonderful place to live.
Love Detroit! There's no place like downtown Detroit.